season. I played MLS. I play a lot of minutes. Now I'm an MLS player, so I just want to be a solid player and do more. I know I can score more goals, do more assists. So I just want to keep doing that, grabbing more minutes and help my team win. I know the player I am, and I know a player that I want to be, and I know that I can be much better than what I am right now. That's one thing I like about me, because I'm always trying to learn from the coaches, from the other team, or the other players. So I just want to be better. That was my mindset, preparing myself physically to when I go this year, I want to have a good year, individual and collective as a team.
Welcome to the latest City Voice podcast. My name's Peter Wood and I'm joined by Célio Pompeu. Welcome to the podcast. How you doing?
I'm very good. Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
There has been a big demand by the fans to have you on this podcast. Every week, they get Célio on, get Célio on, get Célio on. We finally got you on.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to answer your questions. I hope everybody enjoy, what I'm going to share here, talk to you, have a good conversation. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun because I was doing, some of the research, and it's like you've been here since the early days of City 2. So it was nice sort of having a trip down memory lane to think of how far you progressed as a player. But before we get into that, we have some quick hit questions. The only rules here are that you have to answer fast and you have to answer honestly. There might be a controversial question in here.
That's hard.
The streets have been asking. What is your favorite possession in the world?
Favorite position?
Possession. Watch, hoodie.
Oh, my first possession? Damn, this got to be quick.
Your favorite thing in the world?
I don't know. Now I have my dog. I feel so impressed.
Dog.
Yeah, I have a dog right now, so that's my favorite possession.
What's the dog's name?
Pluma.
Oh,
yeah,
very nice.
I named it after a rapper. It has a rapper called Peso Pluma.
Yeah.
So I just take it out the peso and just put Pluma.
Oh, very cool. Who do you sit next to on the team coach?
When the coach is in the meeting, I sit next to Klaus.
Sit next to Klaus?
Yeah, next to Klaus in the last lane. So we can see everybody.
Nice. Favorite piece of advice?
The favorite piece of advice is always be grateful and enjoy the day, day by day.
Number one song on your playlist right now?
Ooh, you guys are not gonna know. It's a Brazilian rap. It's a rapper from my city, from Fortaleza, Brazil. It's called Don L. In English, it's D-O-N-L.
Well, we can all look that up.
Yeah,
and we'll have that in the office, right,
good.
guys?
You gotta translate good lyrics.
Here's the controversial question.
Ooh.
Did you cheat against the EMLS champion when you played him? There were a lot of rumors.
Zero. No way. Look, I had a lot of cameras there. There's no way I could cheat. I just put pressure on him, when he was taking the PKs, I'll say, Romberg on the goal. He's going to save. And then I win. It's no cheating. I beat him.
You beat the champion of North America.
Yeah. And I was asking, do you want to play again? Yeah.
There we go, Nicholas.
It was fun. And then he asked me to play again. I said, you know what? I'm going home. I'm going to leave with the win.
Tap out. Nice.
Yeah.
Favorite place to go on vacation?
Jericoacoara. It's a beach in Brazil, in the state that I grew up. So it's like a paradise beach. I love to go there.
Fantastic. And the final one, your secret skill that nobody knows about?
Oof. Secret? I rap in Portuguese, in Brazilian rap.
Yeah,
but I just share with my close friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, just in the group chat with them. Yeah.
So you're very musically inclined.
I love music. Yeah, I love music.
You good at dancing?
Depends of the mood, my mood, but I can dance a little bit. Yeah, I'm not the greatest dancer, but I can dance.
Fantastic. Okay, let's get into the podcast. I want to talk about your early life. You were born in Brazil, where you grew up. Could you tell us a bit about, where you grew up, what it was like? And
so the name of the city is Fortaleza. I grew up there. It's in the state of Ceará, Brazil, in the northeast. It's a beach town, basically. So how I grew up, I was a kid who was I always liked to play on the streets. I wasn't a big fan of school, but I liked to go to school because there I could play soccer, I could see my friends. I know it's not the best advice for the kids watching, but that's the truth. I love playing games. I was always with a ball on my feet. So I was this kid who always liked to do something, very active kid.
So football is obviously a huge part of the culture in Brazil. Were your whole family big football fans, or?
In Brazil, everybody's a football fan. Like, yeah, everybody loves football there, loves soccer. But in my family, only my grandfather played. I don't think he played professional, but he played semi-pro. He loved to play soccer. He was the guy who always bring me to practice, who actually bring me to make a tryout when I was very young. So he was kind of my whole model. But I always loved soccer. In Brazil, when I was kid, in school, they didn't give us a ball. So what we did, we played with like the bottle, the you know the bottle has the
Bottle caps.
Bottle caps. We always played with per mini goals, take off my shoes, and I always played with that. So everything turns in a soccer field when I was young. That was every space that I have was a field. So we always playing soccer there.
Did you start really young? Is it like, would your parents say you had a ball at your feet from like 2-3 years old?
Yes, I always had a ball. Everybody gift me. They ask me, "Oh, what do you want for this, for gift? So give me a ball." I always got ball as a gift. And yeah, always football in my life.
A lot of professional Brazilian soccer players, some of the legendary players, your Ronaldinhos, your Ronaldos, they say that a big part of their skill set and the joy comes from playing on the streets. You have a lot of joy to your game. Do you put some of that down to you picking up a ball and playing anywhere?
Yeah.
Is that part of your mindset?
I think one of the things that made me who I am today was when I was young, I never played in turf. Today, like nowadays, in this world now, like even in Brazil, we don't have like sand fields anymore. Like before, when I was growing up, it was always sand field, terrible fields. So we receive a ball, the ball comes bouncing. You never know where's the ball is going to come. And today is very different because today it's perfect. You have the turf, the ball's gonna come perfect. So one thing that was good for me that I thinking today was I play in the sun, terrible fields. So it make me have better control of the ball, improvisation. And I don't know where's the ball gonna come, so I gotta be ready in any situation. So it's one thing that I see today that helped me a lot when I was young, playing in a not so good field, playing a terrible field, playing like in sand, make me stronger, make me have like a good control of the ball. So I think that there's one other thing that helped me a lot in my football today.
So there are so many incredible Brazilian players that play in positions like you. Who did you look up to growing up, like playing in the present or even in the past?
I would say I have two. Like my complete idol is R9, the Brazilian Ronaldo. Ronaldo, we call Ronaldo Fenomeno. But growing up, I have to say Neymar. I loved watching Neymar. I watch every video. Since today, I watch Neymar videos, like skills, taking defenders, dribbling, improvising, creating chances out of nowhere. So that's the players I look for,
Some of the, we've had Indy in here, and he mentioned that he looks to your game to sort of like develop his one-on-one ability. Oh. Is it natural, or are you always working on like new tricks, new ideas? Like, is it something that you look to develop?
I mean, I always want to get better, but like when I get the ball, in my first thought, it's how can I create a chance for us to score? So I always try to do, all right, if I see one guy defending me, I'm going to take him, because I always feel that when I go to the game, I feel that, all right, I can beat everybody 1v1. Only if they put 3 players behind me, all right, now I'm gonna pass this ball because 3 guys. But if it's 1v1, I'm gonna take and I'm gonna try to create a chance for us. So my first thought is like, all right, how can I create a chance? If the pass is a best option, all right, I'm gonna pass because he's gonna score. But if I don't see nothing, if I see that can take the guy instead of passing back, I'm gonna take the guy 100 times every time.
So there's a lot of joy about you, a lot of happiness. You're a big personality. But you're obviously serious about your game, otherwise you wouldn't be here now. Mm-hmm. At what point in your life did you think, I could do this professionally? This could be the next step for me.
Man, my whole life, like every step of my life, I was thinking about being a professional soccer. Every move I did, like I always think about this. Since I was young, when I start playing, since I grow up, I always, what do you want to be? They ask me, I want to be a professional soccer player. So every competition that I play since U13, since U11, I always think, all right, what can I do to go to the next step? My thought process at the time was, all right, I was in the U11, all right, how can I go to the U13, make the U13 team? All right, I'm here in the U13 team now. I want to go to the U15. And then step by step going up. one thing I always put in my eye, I don't want to like go backwards, you know. I hate it. So even if it's a little step, if I'm going to high school, college, next pro, MLS, you know, but always going up. That's how but I always knew I was gonna be a professional since young. I always knew. That was always my mind. Oh, Célio, do you have a plan B? I'm sorry, but I don't have. It's gonna work out, and thankfully work out. It's working out, yeah.
And what were the what Brazilian clubs did you play for coming through the system?
I played in Ceará. It's like a team from my city. The big one of the biggest teams. They have Fortaleza and Ceará, both first division. And now Ceará is in the second division, but like both very good. And I play Ceará, and then I play Botafogo in São Paulo. Botafogo from São Paulo.
Famous club.
No, it's not. They have Botafogo from Rio is the famous one, and this Botafogo from São Paulo is not very famous. But they have like a good academy. Always they reveal like very good players. Very like Socrates, Raí, those big Brazilian players. They play there. So because my mom moved to São Paulo one time when we were very young to work, and I have to go with her. So all right, I'm gonna play in the team from the city. But I just stayed there for 1 year, and then we came back from Ceará, from my state, and I came back for my team to Ceará. But what I played the most was in Ceará.
So there's a growing trend in America. A lot of South Americans move up, and Central Americans move up to North America. How did you get a move
to come here?
Yeah, to come here.
So I was 15, 16. I was 16 actually, and I was actually like out of school at this time, because in Brazil it's like this. You become a pro. When you're pro, you cannot go to school. Here you can do both. Here you can go to college, play soccer in a high level, or go to a nice academy and still go to a nice school. In Brazil, it's very different, at least where I came from. So I was kind of like put school on the side and just focus on soccer. And then I played a tournament in Rio de Janeiro, and a coach from high school and a coach from universities, they were all watching, and they talked to me after this tournament. They really liked me, and they made me offer full scholarship to come to United States. I'm gonna study, I'm gonna play soccer in a high level. It was when I went to New Jersey to St. Benedict's. The coach talked to me when he was there scouting, and I went there. It was a perfect opportunity for me, because I was like, all right, I'm here in Brazil. I don't know if I'm gonna make pro, because in Brazil, when you hit when you almost to 18 and you don't have a professional contract, career is over. It's very rare to make it out when you over older. So I was like, all right, I'm going to America and I'm gonna start over there, like everything new. And I wasn't here in Brazil, like I have friends kind of like hang with the wrong crowd. So I was like, perfect. That's the opportunity that I need, that I always ask, I'm going to start everything over and I'm going to make it work there. So I came to the US in 2017, I think.
So New Jersey does have a beach?
No,
Jersey Shore.
They have beach.
Is it as good as the Brazil beach?
No, it's not even close. Not even close. The water is cold. In my city, the water is warm. But it was very different, man. When I got there, it was snowing. It was the first time that I saw snow.
Really?
Yeah, and I remember when I got there, the next day I had a game. I played, I think, my worst game there, but I scored. It was 1-1. I scored, but played terrible because it was so cold. I couldn't feel my muscles.
You probably never played with cold feet.
No, I never. It was everything. I couldn't move. I couldn't run. I couldn't sprint. My muscles was very tight. I couldn't do nothing. But then one ball came. I remember the ball. Somebody crossed. I scored first touch. I was like, at least I scored now 1-1. I tied the game. All right. But then it was when I knew, all right, let's make this work. But it was very hard, man. Very different from where I was from. But we make work.
What was that? Did you speak English before you went, or did
Zero.
Zero? That must have been scary.
Oh, it was a little bit but I mean, I'm a guy who talks a lot, I always like to talk, to make jokes. So when I got there, I couldn't speak English. I didn't even know how to say, I know the basic. I only know thank you. What I did was I stayed there, like in the school, I learned. But for first 7 months, I was just like mimicking, laughing, listening. I didn't talk a lot because I couldn't talk. So I was just listening and mimicking. I mimicked so much, and I always could figure out I always did what I want, you know. I always, all right, I need this, I got this, because I work hard to make people understand me. But yeah, but after this 7 months, 8 months, I could understand perfect, and 1 year I could talk. Not perfect, still not perfect, but
You're great English.
yeah, but much better.
What some of the players that have had language barriers have said you kind of always understand what's going on in the dressing room. How was it from a coaching perspective and in the dressing room, or was you just going out and playing your game?
In the beginning, when I got there,
Yeah.
I didn't understand nothing. I was just for me, what I heard was blah 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 blah. I didn't understand nothing. Like zero English. When I tell you zero English,
Literally
I was
zero.
like very terrible. And so I was just all right. I'm starting, I guess. And then when I come to the field, they have like the soccer communication. You know, people pointing, so you know what to do when you're in the field. You have like their own soccer language, football language.
How did you adapt to like the food? I came from London to New York.
Wow.
And the food is very different. It takes a while to get used to it. I'd imagine that Brazil to New
Wow.
Jersey is
Very, very, very different. But like I said, it was my dream. My dream was to be a professional soccer player. So in my mind, I was like, damn, I have to stay here and get used to it and just. Sometimes I called my family. I said, damn, I want to go back. I hate it here. But in the same time, I never told like I want to really go back. I just was complaining to put it out, but then but in the end I will say I have to stay here. You know, if I want to make this work, I have to stay here, go through this. But the beginning was terrible because even the water, I was drinking the water and I was sick. In the first 2 months I got sick a lot there, but then you get used to it and just go and then you have to enjoy. For me, all right, that's the only option I have for food, so I have to eat. So in the end, I'm a guy who just. You know, I'm very easy on that. Like, I always do it.
And once you adapted to the language, did you embrace American culture? Were you like, this is quite good?
Yeah, when I learned the language, it was much better. I made more friends. I could communicate more. Like, one thing that helped me a lot was music. I always listen to rap music, so I always looked the translations. So it was good. So yeah, but it was much better. I could understand more, like, what they want from me, like, communication, it's everything, you know. So right now, if I could, one thing I would do it better before doing this was study English when I was a young age.
Yeah, and you had a successful stint there. According to my research, hopefully it's right. You won a national championship. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So what would you say the most important thing you learned from your stint at St. Benedict's?
There, it was the first thing I could say. It's like. Because in the school it was kind of like I'm not gonna say a prison, but like it was very strict school, you know.
Okay,
it's very serious.
Discipline.
It was just boys. Yeah, that's the word. Discipline was the thing that I learned there. Very different when I came from. I was always in the streets in Brazil, had freedom. I wanna go there. I go there. But when I got there, it was all right. I gotta go to class to weight room, practice, go back to my room. I had no freedom. But in the beginning, you always trying to fight against. And then, like, these 2 years, I was like, I hate here. But I always knew deep inside this is going to be good for me.
Right.
I have to complain now, but it's going to be good. And now when I see, it's like amazing, man. Like, I have so much discipline now for my things that I want to do for my career that I learned in Benedict's. This is the number one thing was discipline. And in there too, the second thing is always work as a team, not think about two individuals. They have like a saying there in Benedict's. They say, whatever hurts my brother hurts me. It's like a saying they have like a lot of in the walls of this. So I take this to my life, you know. So I always, team first mentality is very good, and discipline. That's the 2 points that I learn a lot.
So you learn your game in Brazil and all of your skills. You get your discipline and, you know, team camaraderie at St. Benedict's. Then you go to Cedar Star Academy before making a move to Rams.
The Cedar Star Academy and St. Benedict's was like the same.
It's
We were
the
the
same
same
thing.
players. Yeah,
Okay.
it was the same player. But when we finish with the high school season, we go to Cedar Stars, but in the same place, same players. So it was always the same, but like it was like a kind of a club academy. It was different. It wasn't a high school team. But it was like a different, but the same, you know?
Yeah.
We practiced in the same place, was the same players, but just changed the name because the high school season was over. So we started the club season.
So your next move was the VCU Rams.
Yep.
So this is the point in the American soccer scenes where it's make or break, right? You've really got to knuckle down. Did you feel that pressure that you've got to impress at this stage?
So when I was in the high school, I was doing very good, playing very good. And my goal was, all right, I want to be in MLS. Because since I came to the United States, all right, I want to be a professional soccer player. I want to go to MLS, the best league here. And so what can I do from when I was high school? So to go to MLS, I need to go to a good university. So I played very good. I had a lot of university reaching out. So VCU came, and then they just had drafted some players in the year before. So all right, that's gonna be there. I went to VCU, and I was thinking about this, I go there, have a good season, and then I'm gonna go to MLS. That was my thinking process. I'm gonna go there, and my next goal was to go to MLS. High school, all right, now I gotta find a good college. I found a good college. All right, now I'm in a good college. I gotta make it to the league. That's the only option, and that's what when I got there, I worked towards.
You played well, obviously.
In the first season, I got injured, so I was like, "Sheesh, what I'm supposed to do now?" I got injured, I feel useless. So I was just it was the first time I got injured in my life. So I was like, I learned one thing about this. I learned how to take care of my body. So this injury teach me one thing. All right, I know how to take care of my body. I need to go before practice. I need to go there to do some roller, see the physios, so the trainers. So it was very good, to get injury earlier than later. So my first year I got injured, didn't play because college season is 3 months. So it was very fast. I missed it. And then the second year we had COVID. And I was like, then, and I'm getting older. I was 19, 20. And these are a lot of people, even from families, they were like, he's not going to make it. And then you hear those things, it makes you angry inside. But I always knew, man. I always knew that I was going to make it somehow. So that's what I did. When the second was 2 years and a half that I stayed in VCU, 3 almost, and then I had the second season. I'm gonna give it all, and I played very good. Won the best midfielder of the year in day 10. So it was a very good year. I played very good, and I was invited for the MLS Combine.
So when was your first contact with St. Louis?
So it was after the Combine. I was so mad because I did very good in the Combine, and I was having meeting with teams in MLS, and they told me that I wasn't about, because in college before, if you're not a senior in the last year, you were supposed to get a Generation Adidas contract to make it to the MLS. If you don't get the Generation contract, you're not gonna go to MLS. So they said they wouldn't give me this contract, this Generation contract, and I was so mad. I was like, how nobody wants me? I felt like, how no teams want me? You guys watching? I was so pissed with myself, with them too. But then I received a call. My agent called. They said that St. Louis, a new team, wants me. They're gonna start in the next pro. It's not gonna be in MLS, but it's a brand new team. It's gonna be a good opportunity for you. So I was like, all right, so let's go. And then Coach Hacker talked to me, and then it was in December of 2022 that I knew that I was joining St. Louis City.
Was there part of you that was like, I've got to prove myself again to get my MLS dream? I was so pissed because I was like, come on, you guys don't watch soccer, you guys don't understand how you guys don't pick me. I was mad. But then I was like, all right, that's what I gotta prove again. I gotta prove them wrong again. And I was all right. And then I just embraced this opportunity, All right, St. Louis, new team. They don't have an MLS team yet. They don't have the first team yet. So I'm just going to prove them that I deserve this to be in the first team, that I am an MLS player. So I felt very good. All right, I'm going to go there and show them that I am this MLS player. What did your family say when you said, I have moved?
Oh, they were very happy for me. It was just my mom and my grandfather, actually. They're always with me. So I told them, and then I told you guys, got to trust me. And they always believed in me. So they were very happy for me, my perseverance. I always fight for this. So it was very good. It was a good moment, a happy moment. I have opportunity now to prove them.
When you showed up to the first City 2 game and you see the crazy support in this city, did it reinforce that you'd made a good decision?
Yeah, it was nice. It was almost 10,000 people. I don't know, close to that. For a second team. I never saw this in my life because in Brazil, like second teams, nobody shows up, just the family. And when I saw a lot of fans, the support was very nice. So I felt like, damn, I came to a city that loves sports. They're going to support us. So it's pretty nice. It's much better to play in a packed stadium, Fans supporting, give you like goosebumps and make you going.
And it was a good season, a good City 2 season. Did you enjoy that as a player? Like the locations aren't quite as glamorous as this, but it was fun, right?
I enjoyed it a lot. We didn't have like our own facility, but we had a nice facility. We went to Live Fields, so it was nice, nice group of players. Everybody was in the same boat, everybody fighting for this, to make the first team. So it was a very nice experience, very nice year, made a lot of friends. So I just had good memories of the next pro year.
And John and Lutz were implementing like a playing style, like with the core principles that they carried through to the first team. Do you feel like you learned a lot in that City 2 year about the style of play that Bradley was eventually going to bring?
Yeah, it was very nice to know what was going to be, in the future. So it was very good because, all right, that's how they want to play. And when I got there, I never played this style before, a high pressing team. So it was perfect for me. All right, I have this whole year to impress them so I can go to the first team and to understand the style that they want me to play, that they wanted to play here. So it was very important and big part of this. It was very good to know the style that we were going to play.
Bradley joined partway through that season. How early did you start having conversations with Bradley, and was he giving you tips on what he was looking for from you?
Yeah, he always went to practice, like not every practice, but some practice he went there and told, and he gave us practice sometimes to show like how he wanted to his team to play, how he wanted. One thing that I learned a lot, it was without the ball, because with the ball I always felt pretty comfortable. I know what to do. I have my quality. I'm very confident with the ball. So one thing that I learned the most in this first year in the City 2 team, it was without the ball, like runnings without the ball, movements, open up space for others. So this was very important and that I implement into my game today, runnings without the ball.
When did he indicate that you might be getting a chance with the first team squad?
So it was, you always have this feeling when you're doing good, and I felt like, I'm doing good, so I was like, no way that they're not gonna call me. I was like this in my mind. But then again, I was like, I was doing good, and a lot of MLS teams didn't choose me to the draft. So I was kind of, I'm just gonna keep going. But then by the end of the season, after we played Columbus, Lutz came to practice because we were practicing to play against Bayer Leverkusen. So our season was over, and then Lutz came to talk to me, said that they were very happy, they want me to stay here. So I was like, I take a weight off my back. And then I said, all right, Lutz, you sure, right? Because I'm going to call my family. I'm going to tell that I made it to the first team. So he was like, yeah, you can call your family. And I called it. And it was a good moment, I called my mom, called my grandfather, we FaceTime. So it was very, very nice.
So you've made it, you've realized the dream, but the work is only just about to begin.
Yeah.
There are players like Roman Berkey coming into the squad. You see the quality of Klaus, Sadu, Tim Parker. When you show up to that first training session with all of these guys, did you feel at the level? Did you feel like, is there an element of imposter syndrome? Like how do you go about being, I am now a professional footballer with these guys?
Like I said, I was always very confident of my game. I don't want to be like sound cocky or like the cliche, but I always felt when first time that I practiced with them, all right, I'm in the same level as them. I'm practicing here. I'm gonna do my thing, and then I always felt comfortable. That I always felt that I deserve to be there, I always felt that I'm the same level. Of course, I was not, because Roman played Champions League, but I'm saying when we were there, I tried to put myself in the same level. That's the only way to be better and get better, I think. And it's working hard. And it was so nice to learn with them, learn how they how they do it, like how they treat themselves, like we off the field, on the field, what they do, you know, to prepare themselves to be ready for a game or for a practice. So those things I was learning a lot with them, just watching them off the field. Off the field was one of the things that I learned the most, you know, what they do, how they eat, they go to treatment, you know, those things I was like watching to see the difference.
When does it go from being a passionate hobby to realizing it's a job, and how well you do at your job depends on all of those things that you do outside of the training pitch or in the stadium?
Like, can you repeat again? Like,
when did it go from being a hobby to feeling like a job?
So since I got here, you know, like when I got in the next pro, when I was all right, I'm getting paid to play here, so I gotta show them that it's worth it. They pay into a good player, so it's always all right. I always have this. If they try to invest on me, I'm gonna give them back. I always felt like this, you know. They invest in me, so I'm gonna give my all. And I always felt like a work. All right, off the field, I cannot like be like playing around. I gotta sleep early. So since I got the contract, I changed my mindset. You know, I'm all right. I'm a professional now, so I'm gonna be a professional. I'm gonna try to sleep early. Try to eat good, eat better. Even if I don't like vegetables, but sometimes I force myself to eat. I hate, but sometimes, all right, it's gonna make me better, you know. I eat sometimes. I still don't eat a lot, but sometimes.
You made it onto the pitch for the Austin game, correct? For the first home game, you got on as a sub.
The first
Austin
game, yeah, the first game, yeah. I made it.
So you made it onto the pitch.
Yes.
Nobody thought that St. Louis City would win. You were on the pitch. Yeah. You've just seen Klaus do a madness. Talk to me about that feeling, and like, where does that stack in your career?
It was so nice, man. So like, I remember everything, you know, and us in the locker on how we wanted to play, and we had this thing to prove to people, because I remember everybody was saying that we were gonna end last place, and we went to the field. Everybody, let's go, let's show them who we are. Let's put our card on the table, you know. So coming to the field and at that game was such a good feeling. I felt like, and I'm here in the big stage. All right, so now it's time to show them who I am, to show who am I, to Célio, you know, what I do. Now is the perfect time to show them. So I got there. I remember everything, every play. I got back to defend, and then I win ahead, and then Klaus score. Nico passed to him. Klaus scored a nice goal. I taking players 1v1. So it was amazing feeling. After we win, celebration in the locker was amazing. It was so nice, you know, to all right, get us going that win, and made us believe. See, we can do it. We are here. We are in this level. It gave us confidence.
You clocked 900 minutes in your first full MLS season. How would you rank your season personally? How was it as a personally and professionally?
Personally, I would say solid, very okay. Because I know I can do much more. I know I can be better. I know I can score more goals, more assists, help my team win. So I would say the first season, even some people tell me, Célio, it was a great season. You play a lot. You wasn't supposed to play because you came from City 2. But for me, I like how I know myself, I'd say okay. I was an okay season. Even if I got a lot of minutes, I was very happy for that. But I know that I could do better. So I would say okay season.
Which part of your game develop the most? And this can be like, you know, technical ability, but like also how you approach games from a mental perspective.
The most, I think, was without the ball. But I improved the most defensive-wise, for sure. I improved a lot defensive-wise, learning how to defend, how to position myself. But without the ball, I think was the most, like making runs, learning how to play without the ball. That was, I think, for me personally, was the most, what I most learned.
You are very aggressive off the ball. It looks like you enjoy nicking the ball, blocking passes. Is that a part of the game that you now enjoy as much as your sort of one-on-ones? Is it starting to get closer?
Yeah, when I got here, I didn't like that much, but then it was gonna be the style. So all right, I gotta love this now. If it's gonna be our style or the way we're gonna play. So it was like day by day, you know, learning how to, when is the time to press. So now I enjoy to taking like defend. I enjoy, of course, my favorite thing is attacking, taking players 1v1. But like now I enjoy to make a block, make a tackle, and then screen to the other player, because give me energy. So I always like to a hard tackle and then scream at them, all right, let's go. Kind of like a battle.
What was so you mentioned your favorite thing to do. What was your favorite moment of last season?
I mean, personally, it was like I'll say two moments. The first win in Austin, it was amazing. Just first time playing in a big league, so it was amazing for me. I remember the feeling, calling my family, and then second was scoring the first goal. Scoring the first goal gave me a lot of confidence to keep going. So it was very nice, a very nice moment.
So heading into this season, like season 2, you got everyone sort of goes through a little bit of a reinvention and the way that they think about it. What was your mindset heading into this latest season? What did you want to get out of it?
So this season I was like, all right, I'm no excusing more, because last year I was kind of, I'm a player, I came from City 2, blah, blah, blah. No, this season I played MLS, I play a lot of minutes. Now I'm an MLS player, so I just want to be a solid player and do more. I know I can score more goals, do more assists. So I just want to keep doing that, grabbing more minutes and help my team win. I know the player I am, and I know a player that I want to be, and I know that I can be much better than what I am right now. That's one thing I like about me, because I'm always trying to learn from the coaches, from the other team, or the other players. So I just want to be better. That was my mindset, preparing myself physically to when I go this year, I want to have a good year, individual and collective as a team.
You got 2 goals and 6 assists in 1,542 minutes last season. This season, in 575 minutes, you got 2 goals and 5 assists. So are you happy with how your start to the season has gone so far? That's great output.
Yeah, I'm very happy, But again, collective, individual, it's nice. But in the end of the day, if you don't get a collective result, like a win or win the bottom of the table, it's not good. But I'm very happy for my performance individually. And again, I know I can do better in certain moments. If I think every game, after the games, I always watch the game again and I see, I should do this different, I should score this one. So I always see as the next game, what can I do better? But definitely it's much better than last year, improving. But I can do better, I want to be better, and I want to have those stats with wins. That's the best. You're going to score a goal, but your team wins too. I rather than score 3 goals and then our team loses. So it's for nothing.
And just on that subject, we've had a few games this season where the performance hasn't matched with the result. Like, you're doing everything right going forward, but the ball doesn't drop into the net. How does the attack feel collectively when that happens? It's like the only thing that we need is a goal, and that's the only thing that isn't happening despite record-breaking shots. Yeah,
of course we feel a little frustrated, because we create so good moments, create so much chances, work hard to create those chances, and then it misses the last ball, the last touch. Sometimes you just need to be more calm and just put the ball in the back of the net. So it's a thing. I mean, we are frustrated, but we know that we're creating chances, so we just need to fix this last thing, the finishing. So we work today. We've been working on this. So I think it's for the next games we're going to be much better on that.
Bradley said publicly that he wants you to make the most of your minutes. Like that, is that a message that's resonated with you? Because your final ball delivery seems to be through the roof. You look more in control of your game. You look very confident this season.
Yeah,
do you feel it?
I feel very comfortable, very confident. And that's true. I want to make the most of my minutes too. I want to go there and always to leave the game and see coach. I deserve to start. I deserve to play. I always want to give him this, to make him confident to play me, So yeah, but this year is being very comfortable, and I just want to keep going to make the coach comfortable to play me,
Klaus sets targets for himself, doesn't reveal the numbers. Maybe he reveals it to you because you sit next to each other. do you set targets for yourself? Do you have like numbers in mind? You don't have to
I
reveal
have.
them, but like,
Yeah,
do you have
I'm
a
not
target
gonna
in
reveal,
mind?
but I have in my room. I have the number, the exact number that I mean, I put like a minimum. I put minimum this number of assists, and then I see from that. Right now it's okay. You know, it's good. It's good. It's in the right path, I would say.
Yeah, that's great. That's great to hear. Like, what is it like playing with attackers like Klaus and Sam, like, and having both of them on the pitch? Is that like do you relish that as a wide player?
Yeah, I like them a lot. You know, they make good movements. So to play balls to them, they are different players. I know they play in the same position, number 9 position, but they are different players. You know, Klaus more as a target player who likes more crosses, and Sam's more like a player who likes to ball, like through balls. You know, who puts him to on the move. He likes to run. He's very fast. So when we play with them, it's good because it gives like more options. Klaus, I can put the ball in the box. He can hold up. Sam, I can put a ball for him in space so he can run. So it's always good to play with those players. They give you options and different options to attack and create problems for the defenders.
You've been around since City 2. I read an article that described you as a veteran of City after 2 years, which is quite amusing considering how young you are. The fans love you. Do you feel that adoration? Like, you're a very recognizable player. Do people come up to you in restaurants or when you're out and about?
Yeah.
What's that like?
It's fun. It's fun, actually. I love the fans too. You know, in the games, I hear when I'm in the field or when I'm coming in the side, like I always hear them scream my name, give me energy. Go, Célio, take them. So it's very nice. It's very nice. And when I'm on the field, I always tell this in interviews and things, that gives me more energy. I don't know. Sometimes I'm tired. Oh, I don't want to make this run because I'm tired, so I just gonna relax here. But no, when I see everybody screaming, and then I just went, all right, I'm going again. I'm going to give it my all. So it's very nice. It's very nice to go out, to go to a coffee and people recognize me here. So
People
I love it. Yeah, I
hello.
love the city. Yeah, they come, say hello, take a picture. Oh, yeah, it's for my brother. Nah, it's not for your brother. You want a picture. But I always take it very happy. It's fun. It's fun.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. So what would a successful season look like to you on a personal level? And then as a team, what are you looking? What are you targeting?
All right, in personal level, it's being a solid. Personally, I want to be a solid start. I know everybody wants to start. It's fair, but for me personally, I want to be. I started with good numbers, good individual numbers, good numbers of goals, good numbers of assists, and as collective, I want to be better than last year. Last year we went to the playoffs. We were out in the first game. So I just want to be better than last year. I want to be in the playoffs and win games. But my goal is to win the MLS. That's the goal. But of course, it's step by step. And so for me, it's going farther on the playoffs, going to the playoffs and then winning the first game in playoffs. And then I will see as a successful season.
Fantastic. So we end the podcast with a little tradition, and you get to give a message to your adoring fans, like the City fans have been banging the table to hear from you. So what have you got to say to them?
Oh, I'm very grateful for you guys, and I'm just say thank you, you know, for the support that you guys give me on and off the field. I feel that you guys love me here, so you make me keep going every day, waking up, and all right, I'm gonna give everything in practice. So during the week, I have full energy to give something back to them, you know, something that they can feel happy when they go to the games, to entertain them. I feel that I have this power in me that I can entertain people. So I just want to do something that make them smile and have a good time with their families when they go to the games. And of course, winning games.
Well, there you have it. You demanded him and we brought him in. And Célio, that was a fantastic chat. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
We'd love to have you back later on in the season. Good luck with this weekend. And remember, if you liked hearing from Célio, put a little comment on Apple or Spotify or wherever you rank your podcast. Give us a 5-star review. Leave a note. He'll definitely read them, and maybe we can get him back later on in the season. On that note, thank you for joining us on the show.
Thank you.
And ciao for now.
Ciao.